Okay, so we'll be good to go on that game. They're getting that one ready. Now, Zath, have
Uh-huh.
you seen the change for tonight?
Yes. But before we get to that, I do want to mention, so yesterday, as a result of that 51-point change, like I said, we saw so many, um, hold on, so many of those, like, comps I was saying, 3 tier 10s and 1 tier 6. We actually had one game that was literally one tick away from flopping and becoming a draw. A team won.
Really?
A team won by literally one freaking tick.
That is insane. Now, that I'm actually upset I missed that game. Now, there's a lot of
Ah.
interesting stuff tonight. So first off, for viewers that might not have seen, Ocean has been removed from the game pool, which I am honestly upset about.
Oh, but they didn't mention that when I asked for what the changes were. Okay, that kind of sucks, but yeah.
It was in the what room was it? Like the
Ah, there's so many freaking channels. It's hard to keep
There are
track of
so many
everything in
freaking
there.
channels. Yes. There are so many freaking channels indeed. But in one of the rooms, I saw that they mentioned that
Okay.
it
Well,
is
whatever.
sadly gone. But that is okay. It's being replaced by Trident, I believe, in Epicenter mode. The
Mm.
other thing is that tonight, ladies and gentlemen, they're removing the nation requirements. So most of the time, it
Yep.
requires that you play one ship of, you can play no more than one ship of any nation. But tonight, you can play 4 ships. So I suspect we might see a fair few for Massachusetts comps.
Yeah, that was something that was mentioned. We'll have to see. The points have gone back to 41. We have gone
That
back
is
to
true.
our original point distribution. So, as a result, 4 tier 8s is a possibility. And you're right, for Massachusetts. Now, there was actually somebody on my Discord or my YouTube page that was upset that there was a nation limit. So, this person gets to find out if that nation limit is good or bad for the balance of the tournament. And that's kind of
I
cool.
mean, it is kind of cool. I do like that they show these off these different things so that people can see, and you have to be prepared to play different game modes. That definitely makes a big difference,
Yes.
at least in my opinion.
Dane, the game is up and running, by the way, if you didn't see
Yep,
that.
and I'm going to take. Well, no, we don't need an ad break yet. We are in a good spot here.
No, I believe my thing's gonna just do an ad break automatically, which is cool.
We might run a brief 30-second one. Yeah, we'll do that just to be on the safe side.
There you go.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, while we're sitting in here getting ready to go, so we're going to see a bunch of different comps. We'll see multiple ships from nations. I think we'll see, though, this will open up some interesting strats that'll be unique. I'm sure we'll see some of those like for Massachusetts or such, but I think we'll see some interesting strats where you might see, for example, Georgia comboed with a Massachusetts as the
Hmm.
9-8 for the group
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and various other things.
That's right. Now, one other change that we did is we've also changed our delay from 5 minutes to 3. At least I have. Have you?
I have as well. We are on 3
Okay.
minute delay, which means that, ladies and gentlemen, you are only seeing us 3 minutes behind now.
Right. And that, I think, will hopefully help us be closer to you guys in terms of the action and able to respond to you guys, all that good stuff. Just like usual on my stream, if you see that the match has started and you got 3 minutes to go, well, now you know you can go hit the potty, do whatever else you need to do, set the clock. We're starting up soon. And what is this?
Mm-hmm.
This is Polar. Okay.
This is polar domination.
So
So this will be a fun time.
we haven't talked a lot about the maps and how they play out. I would say Polar is a map where the ability to flank and maneuver is key. And it's not so much about bow tankiness and that sort of deal. It's about reacting to the flow of the battle and being in the right place at the right time. So I would expect to see a lot of battleships going out on the flanks on this map. I'd expect to see maybe one ship going mid, but maybe just the one. And that's what we've seen so far. But I mean, 4 v 4, anything's possible, right?
Oh yeah, and I mean the one thing you have to be careful of. I remember from my first day casting with you, is like we saw that Nagato that because they're only 10-minute battles. He was getting into a flanking position. By the time he was anywhere close to it, there was 4 minutes left,
That's
and
right.
he was basically nullified. So with only 10-minute long games, you have to execute strategies that are going to allow you to be closer to the epicenters or the caps, because otherwise, if you get far out, you're not going to get back in time.
Yep. Now, if you're watching my stream, we're taking a look real quick at the different groups. You can see the 5 different groups that are out there of people that will be playing. And Mini Hannibal mentioned earlier, the ELO rating changes. As you can see, Rush has been doing a nice job of pretty much staying on top so far, as they came out #1 after day 2. But there's still 2 days left, and Rush played yesterday 2 days ago and today. So they could theoretically choose not to play tonight and not to play tomorrow night as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
they
will
are
they
playing
finish
today.
in first? Maybe, maybe not. But if even regardless of where they finish, they're basically guaranteed to make it to the playoffs. Actually, I think you're guaranteed at that point. I don't remember where the cutoff line is where you could still fall out if you stop playing, but if you're in the top 10, I believe you are safe regardless, as long as you're there as of right now.
Fair enough. Okay. So there's our whole ELO listings, and over time, of course, we see the gap widen between top and bottom. That's what's to be expected with an ELO system. But we still have, keep in mind, 2 days to play, tonight and tomorrow night, for our battles.
Indeed. So there's plenty of change that can be made. Like we said, I talked about a little bit earlier. Light 39th after day 1, already up to 17th going into today.
I'm
Still anybody's game to make a move and get up and out of
I'm
the danger zone here.
danger zone. I'm excited for game 2. It's the STW Civil War. STW versus STW2. Team 4 versus Team 6.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like we're getting ready to go.
Awesome.
Confirming that you and I are indeed ready to it. And reminder, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this first game, Zath and I are running giveaways for various things. From the tournament, we have 80 signal flags and 2 camos per code. And these codes are absolutely free to you. All it costs you to get into this is hitting the enter button or typing the phrase and hitting that follow button on the channel.
Correct. So for me, it's !ticket. And have you changed it again for you?
It is #COTC.
All right. #COTC over on Mini's game.